good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today, we'll be talking about the NBA's gambling and betting problem. The NBA seriously has a problem. Make sure to leave a like and a sub if you enjoy the content, and make sure to comment in the videos. Don't be afraid to show your opinions. But today, we're going to be talking about the Kawhi Leonard situation and the NBA's situation on gambling and on sports betting. So when we think about sports betting, right, the NBA loves to show it. They put FanDuel, they do draft picks. Every athlete does this stuff, or every person of fame shows appreciation to sports betting. I don't know why, but when we look into this Kawhi Leonard situation, right, it has only gotten worse. I think it was today. I'll play the clip right now. Adam Silver is trying to find a deal or a way to deal with this Kawhi Leonard situation.
And I think I most recently said in an interview that I'm hopeful that it will wrap up this summer, so that will continue to be the goal here. And I just want to clarify, so everyone understands, the league did not pause the trade. The parties to the trade made a decision not to go forward, given that the investigation remained open and any possible impact on Kawhi or his contract was yet to be known.
So basically, the NBA is investigating the LA Clippers. Guys, this scandal isn't new. The scandal has been an investigation for a very, very long time. It has been a thing since before he even joined, or just when he joined the Clippers. So basically, the LA Clippers, right, they have been funneling $28 million over the league's salary cap, right, on an endorsement contract for Kawhi Leonard. They have been giving Kawhi Leonard $28 million without it being officiated by the NBA, right? So basically, when we think about Kawhi Leonard is never on the floor. Y'all probably what does that mean? I'm just saying, he is never playing on the floor. Kawhi Leonard always has these big deals or these big investments, but is he ever on the floor? No. But back to what I was saying, in 2022, that was 4 years ago, guys. Kawhi Leonard signed a 4-year, $28 million marketing and endorsement deal with Aspiration, plus Equity States. Okay, guys. So these are companies that I'm guessing are endorsements for players that are under the table. That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, guys. But then investigators found out there's no proof that Leonard ever fulfilled marketing work for the company. But do you guys believe this? They're trying to make it seem that Kawhi Leonard is not guilty, but we all know that Kawhi Leonard is guilty, right? So Aspiration tried to back it up. They were Aspiration was heavily backed by the Clippers executives, so they're trying to support this. So they're against this and they're trying to support this as well. So this is literally prime example of hypocrisy, guys. Hypocrisy is crazy, right? So the team owner, right, Steve Ballmer, right, he invested tens of millions of dollars into the Aspiration company, while minority owner Dennis Wong reportedly wired $2 million into the company just days before Aspiration made a scheduled quarterly payment to Kawhi Leonard. They're working under the table, guys. My thought is that it's not even Kawhi Leonard's fault. People blame Kawhi Leonard, but I blame these corporations. I blame these companies. I don't blame Kawhi Leonard. I blame these companies and these corporations. Okay, guys? So then the clauses happen, okay? So the agreement allegedly included a clause, right, that terminated the deal if Kawhi Leonard stopped playing for the Clippers, right? So basically what this means, right, is that Kawhi Leonard was only on the Clippers, or stayed on the Clippers, because he was getting this payment and he didn't want the clause to close. Do you know what that means? He didn't want this opportunity to close. That's why he was on the Clippers for this long, guys. This is fucking crazy, guys. So this probably doesn't really make sense to y'all, but what does this really mean? So basically what this means is that the NBA is investigating the LA Clippers for secretly paying Kawhi Leonard extra money outside of his official basketball contract. $28 million probably doesn't sound like a lot to an NBA player, but $28 million is still $28 million. It doesn't matter if it was $6 million. It's still millions of dollars. It doesn't matter. So basically, this is disrupting the salary cap of the NBA, as I just said, right? So basically, they're hiding the money. That's basically what is happening right now. They're hiding the money, right? And Kawhi Leonard is not the only person, right, that has dealt with this, guys. There's many other players that have dealt with this, and I'll talk about these players in the next couple of minutes, okay? But yes, aspirations is working, right? The no-show deal is basically when Kawhi Leonard obviously signed the contract, right? With aspiration, right? He was supposed to do marketing work, but investigators found out he did absolutely nothing and had no social media to promote them. So what was Kawhi Leonard doing all of these years? For 4 years straight, what was Kawhi Leonard doing? Guys, what was he doing? No one even knows what he was doing, right? The Clippers team manager, Steve Ballmer, didn't even know what was happening. So basically, right, this is where it all connects. This is where it all gets confusing, and this is where it all connects, right? And this is why it's so secretive, right? The Clippers and Aspiration are working together. The Clippers owner, billionaire owner, Steve Ballmer, right? And its co-owner secretly poured in millions of dollars into Aspiration. They're involved into this, guys. People blame Kawhi Leonard for this situation, but it's more of the Clippers situation. Is it his fault? Yes. But is it majority of his fault? No. Co-owners even wired money to the company right before Kawhi Leonard was even scheduled to get a paycheck. That is fucking crazy, guys. That is fucking crazy. So basically, this creates a trapdoor situation, right? So if Kawhi Leonard ever left the Clippers, his $28 million, I mean, he obviously left right now, obviously, right? But this is where it gets tricky, because Kawhi Leonard left the Clippers. So this means that his $28 million deal with the bank immediately cancels. This is fucking crazy, guys. That's why this scandal is happening, because there's money tied up with the scandal. An action that is not representative of the NBA's laws. Okay, guys? It's not. Kawhi Leonard is leaving $28 million on the table to go to the Raptors, right? But they're not banning him because of the money, or just because of the money. They're banning him because of what he did. So it's not more of, it's the money. It's the principle of what he did. Similar to the Ja Morant situation. It's not because, Ja Morant killed people because he flashed a gun. It's because he flashed a gun. It's the principle of what happened, not the scale of what happened. If you guys understand what I'm trying to say, it's more of like, it's like a rule, or like just like a lesson to Kawhi Leonard. So he might be terminated for probably a season. And this is crazy, guys. So basically, why is this such a huge mess? That's probably why you guys are asking right now, right? That's probably the question you guys are asking right now. Why is this such a big deal? Like, why is it even that important, right? basically why this is such a big deal, right? So we can break this down into 3 different things, okay? We have a second deal, right? We have the trade, right, which is basically frozen, and then we have the risk for Kawhi Leonard to go to Toronto. So basically, the NBA found a second corporate deal that looks exactly like the first one, meaning this might be a routine habit for the team. Did you guys just hear what I said? Is that this might have not been the first time that the Clippers have done this. Secondly, the trade is frozen. So Kawhi Leonard was supposed to be on the team, right? Kawhi Leonard was supposed to be on the Toronto Raptors officially a couple weeks ago, but he never actually fully signed because the trade is frozen. The Clippers tried to trade Kawhi Leonard back to the Toronto Raptors for a massive haul of young players and future draft picks, right? But the NBA stepped in and froze the fucking trade, guys. They froze the trade. They froze the trade, guys. The reason why this is such a risk, because it's a risk to Toronto, right? The NBA warned the Raptors, right? They literally warned the Raptors that if they take Kawhi Leonard right now, they would inherit all the blame. They would take the blame. And now, Toronto fans are thinking, shit, should we just take the blame? Or should we, just not allow Kawhi Leonard to be on our team? I feel like most Canadians are being like, shit, we want Kawhi Leonard on our team, so make it happen, take the blame. But it's about the principle, guys. It's not about the money, it's about the principle, guys, okay? So if the NBA decides to cancel Kawhi Leonard's contract as a punishment, Toronto would lose their players and their draft picks would amount to nothing. This is fucking crazy, guys. This is fucking crazy. So overall, the main punishment. So basically, this is what the punishment is going to be for the Clippers and for Kawhi Leonard moving on. Okay, guys. So basically, the Clippers could face massive fines and lose future draft picks, or Kawhi Leonard could face fines, a long suspension, or have his current contract completely cancelled. Completely cancelled, guys. Until the NBA finished its report, the trade is on hold, and neither team can move forward. Kawhi Leonard literally broke the NBA. Okay, guys, but this is not even the most craziest thing ever, right? So basically, I'm just talking about the Kawhi Leonard scandal, right? But there's more. There's more. This isn't the most craziest thing that has happened in the last couple of years, or it's the most talked about, but it isn't really the most oh my god, right? So we all know what happened a couple years back. Jonte Porter, Michael Porter Jr.'s brother, right? We all know that he got terminated and his NBA career was short-lived, okay, right? So Jonte Porter, right, he got banned. He was playing for the Toronto Raptors, right? And he received a lifetime ban from the NBA after a league investigation found his disclosed confidential health information to bettors. So basically, he was betting on games that he played, and it was against his own team. He was betting, so basically he was betting on games that he played for, and he would bet against his own team so that he would have a chance to reach those parlays. That is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. He would purposely fake a illness / injury. He would purposely fake a illness and limit his game participation to ensure that his bet hits. Obviously, right? There has been a lot of players that have done this in the past. It's not really a new thing. But bro, the NBA is just literally betting and gambles. People don't even watch the NBA anymore to watch the game. If NBA players are doing this, right, then what makes you think that how many other NBA players are doing this, but they haven't gotten caught, right? Jontay Porter is only one human being. Remember that. It's just crazy to think about how, like, the NBA is not even about the love of the game. It's about how much money you can gain from what you play. People don't even love the game anymore. The NBA is a nepo game. It's for nepotism. It's for rich kids nowadays. Like back then, the NBA was mostly all broke kids. Now it's just about connections, guys. But this shit's crazy, guys. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and fuck, the NBA really does have a problem, guys. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think, and you prosper.